sorry, this is on. It automatically comes on.
Morning, Joe. Good. Madam Chair, good morning. Doing fine.
Ready? Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I'd like to welcome you on this beautiful rainy day to the Hamilton County Board of Election meeting. Today is May the 17th, 2021. Calling the meeting to order at approximately 8:35, and would like to lead first with the Pledge of Allegiance. Could I ask Alex Lindsay, could you lead us, please? Thank you. Oh. So, I'd also like to indicate that proper notice has been given as required under the Ohio Revised Code 121.22. Our agenda is fairly short today, so we're going to start first with approving our board meeting minutes for May 3rd and 4th, 2021. Everyone should have received a copy of those minutes and reviewed them.
Madam Chair, I think that was a continuing meeting, so I'll move approval of the board meeting minutes from our May 3rd and May 4th board meeting. I'll move approval of the minutes.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries. Next, we have ballot remakes. Sherry, I'm going to turn it over to you right now, so you can take us down through this particular part of the agenda, please.
Sure, we do have ballots that need to be remade. These are absentee ballots that arrived, that were postmarked by May 2nd, but arrived after Election Day, but before the 10-day period, and Krista Criddle will present them to the board.
Thank you, Crystal.
Good morning. So we just have a handful of these. The first ballot, it's a Uakava ballot. As you know, those are uniform overseas ballots that are emailed to the voter. And then this one came back that we have to remake to one of our ballot paper. It is A26.
Just one remake, that's great.
Well,
Oh, no, just that.
on that particular one, I do have a
Category.
couple other Uakavas that I'm going to talk about in just a moment.
Right, all right, so on that one, though, I'll move approval of ballot A26 as remade.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries.
Thank you. The next set of ballots are also Uakava ballots. There's 4 of these, A27 through A30. The reason these are slightly different is that they were mailed before the court order to change the ballot language. These were mailed the original ballot. They came back. They're the old version of the ballots. So we waited the full 10 days after the election to ensure that they didn't return the new version, because we did remail them the new version of the ballot. These 4 ballots did not return the new version. So we remade these accordingly. So, for example, if they voted yes on issue 1, we marked it yes. If they voted no on issue 1, we marked it no. So we remade them according to what their vote was cast. These are A27 through A30.
I'll move approval of ballots A27 through A30 as remade.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries.
Thank you. The next ballot, there's just one. It's a voter intent ballot. This was reviewed by the director and deputy director. It was very clear for their voter intent, and this is ballot A31.
Again, I know our director and deputy bring those. If there's any question about intent, they'll typically bring it to the board. The director and the deputy did not see any issue on this ballot. With that motion then, and relying on our longstanding practice here, I'll move approval of ballot A31 as remade.
Did you have something to
No.
say?
No.
Okay. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries.
Thank you. The final category I have are ballots that were remade because of stray marks. It's very clear, again, the director and deputy director reviewed those. These are ballots A32 and A33.
On those 2 ballots, the stray mark ballots, I'll move that we remake those, and they're ballots A32 and A33. And my motion is that we approve the 2 ballots as remade.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Krista.
Thank you. Thank you, Krista, very much. Next, we have provisional ballot report. Sherry, can you give us that report, please?
Yes, in your packet, you have a report entitled Summary Staff Recommendation. This is the provisional report from the May 4th, 2021 primary/special election. There were 467 provisional ballots cast in this election. Bipartisan teams review the provisional envelopes in accordance with Secretary of State directive and board policy. We have a summary of their findings and recommendations listed. We can start, as the board typically does, with those to be rejected. So we have a total of 26. The first category, there were 11 voters who were not registered. Therefore, their provisional ballot cannot be counted.
As I recall, Sherry, we typically we do these by category, right?
Correct.
So I will begin by moving that we reject the 11 ballots where the voter was not properly registered.
Was it 11 or 26? 11.
11 that fall under the category of not registered.
Okay.
My intention here, and I think are either by manual or by directive, we do each category individually, correct?
It's been the board's practice.
Practice, yeah. So I think Joe
Okay,
seconded.
there's a motion's been made, been second. Any discussion on that report? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone abstaining? All right, motion carried.
My next motion is that we reject 7 ballots for voters who voted in the wrong precinct in the wrong location. Again, that number's come down quite a bit with the e-poll books, which is a good thing. So I'll move that we reject those 7 ballots.
Okay, any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone abstaining? That motion carries.
The next category I'll make a motion about are the 2 ballots, provisional ballots that we received where they weren't properly identified using, under current law. So those are 2 ballots. I'll move that we reject those 2 ballots.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
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 Anyone abstaining? That motion carries.
The next category is people who voted absentee and then ultimately voted provisionally as well, or attempted to cast a ballot provisionally, so my language is accurate. I'll move that we reject those 3 ballots so as to not allow those voters to vote twice.
Second.
Okay, any more discussion?
Madam
Yes.
Chair, sorry. Those 3 ballots, are we going to do further investigation regarding those?
If the board would like us to, I can tell you the deputy director and I both looked at these. 2 out of the 3 were actually returned to the board the day after Election Day. So they were postmarked the day before Election Day, would allowed us to count them. The other was received also very late. I believe it was April 28th or 29th. So they all were very close to Election Day. We would assume that the voter was concerned that their ballot may not be counted since it was that close, but if the board would like us to contact them, we can.
Well, if staff sees no red flags with them, I'm okay with them just being, process it this way. I just wanted to make sure. that
Yeah,
we're
similarly, and I
consistent.
think Chip's right to ask the question, but if there's not any other indicator of any wrongdoing, I don't have any problem with just moving along.
Okay.
I think basically from what you just clarified, I didn't see anything that looked like there was something that was intended to be other than what it was. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Next,
I think we
Get the vote.
got to vote on that
Oh.
motion.
there's been a vote, second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries. Thank you.
The final vote, final motion that I have here is that we reject 3 ballots where no proper date of birth was put on the provisional ballot envelope as required.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That motion carries.
Well, maybe my final motion, but there's 441 provisional ballots, which I did some quick math. That's about 94, almost 95%,
Correct.
which is up.
Very good.
That's a good number to accept. So I will move that we accept 441 of the provisional ballot envelopes and open those and count those ballots.
Okay,
Second.
got a second? Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone abstaining? That motion carries. Okay, So then when we open those, then we will look at those tomorrow? Correct? Okay,
Yes,
Sally?
tomorrow.
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. All right. Next on our agenda, I am pleased to acknowledge, sad to say, but as most everyone knows, Sally Crystal is retiring, going on another journey in her fabulous life that she lives. And so we have Joe Mallory and I have been busy interviewing individuals and taking time to make a critical decision who her replacement is going to be. And that replacement is Alex Linzer. And so we're going to be appointing him as the new deputy director. Am I correct? Yes.
Yes, you just need a motion.
Madam Chair, I move to appoint Alex Linzer as the next Deputy Director at Hamilton County Board of Elections.
I'm happy to second the motion.
Okay. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? None but the devil. And anyone abstaining? Thank you. That motion carries. So,
Alex, welcome aboard. Congratulations.
welcome aboard, Alex. And this is the time, Alex, if you will step forward, we would like to issue the oath to you. Can I come down there? Yeah.
No, you can start right there.
Okay. Oath of office. Hold up your right hand, please. I, Alex Linzer, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Ohio Constitution, perform all the duties of my position to the best of my ability, enforce the election laws, and preserve all records, documents, and other property pertaining to the conduct of elections placed in my custody. Thank you. You're sworn in. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll let him say something.
I'll be very brief, but I just wanted to thank the Democratic members of the board, Chair McFarland and Joe Mallory, to the Republican colleagues, our Republican colleagues, I am thrilled to start to work with you. This day and age, it's getting harder and harder to find the commonalities between our two sides of the aisle, but the one thing I think we all share is a reverence for the work we've done. I have extremely large shoes to fill, and the standard that I'm going to have to meet to be a part of this excellent staff.
Thank you. We're
Well
looking
said. Thank
forward.
you.
Thank you. Thank you again.
I told Alex that when they're looking to blame somebody named Alex, they should blame him, not me now. So, welcome aboard, Alex. Great to have you.
Is there any other business before us today?
Not from staff.
Anyone? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. And, oh, is there something?
Deb just reminded me that our June meeting was scheduled for June 7th, but that happens to be the same time as the Secretary of State's conference. So we will need to reschedule that meeting. Staff is recommending to reschedule it the following week. There's nothing really urgent by the 7th.
Oh, so the following date would be the 14th.
I can tell you that I'm gone that week.
It's the 15th? Okay. And you're gone that week?
Yeah, happy to report that I'm gone.
And I don't have my calendar in front of me. Can we discuss this later, and as long as we get the information out?
Well, if you want to bring your calendars tomorrow,
Yes,
you'll be
that'll
here
work.
again tomorrow.
Okay, that'll work. Thank you.
Are we 8:30 tomorrow morning again?
Or 8:30 tomorrow morning, correct?
Yes, and that's our next meeting, our special meeting, follow-up meeting. Okay, is there anything else? Then I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? And that motion carries for today. Thanks, everyone.